In any relationship with a woman, she will test you at some point. And to be very clear, this is the most common test women use. She might even do it the very first day she meets you. So, what is this test? Listen carefully, because I can't explain it properly if you don't understand a concept called emotional homeostasis testing. This concept is based on one simple observation. A person's real emotional state is completely invisible when everything is comfortable. When life is warm and easy and stable, everyone looks solid. You can't see what's really inside someone when nothing is challenging them. So, how do you see what's actually there? You disturb the comfort. You introduce a negative feeling, and you watch what they do with it. When something uncomfortable enters a person's world, do they absorb it and stay stable, or does it shake them and change their behavior? Think of it like a boat on water. When the water is completely calm, every boat looks strong and stable. But the moment you create a wave, that's when you see which boats are actually well built and which ones only looked good in calm water. She's not the storm. She's the wave. Small, subtle, almost invisible. And she's watching what your boat does. And that's the test women use. When a woman is interested in a man, at some point, she will make him feel bad. That's the negative space test. Why she does this? Now, why does she do this? Go back in time thousands of years ago. No cities, no phones, no jobs. A woman's survival and the survival of her children depended entirely on one decision. Who do I choose? Choose the wrong man. A man who looks strong but collapses under pressure. A man who seems confident but falls apart when life gets hard and everything suffers. Her survival, her children, everything. So over thousands of years, women developed a very specific internal radar, a screening system that goes much deeper than looks, money, or words. Because looks can be faked, money comes and goes, and words are the easiest thing in the world to fake. What can't be faked is how a man behaves when he feels bad. Think about it. You can rehearse what to say, you can dress well, speak well, and present yourself perfectly. But the moment something makes you feel anxious, insecure, or jealous, your real wiring shows up, and what's underneath is either solid or it isn't. That's what her radar is scanning for your foundation. And she doesn't sit down and think, let me test him. It's not a conscious decision. It happens automatically, the same way you blink when something comes close to your eye. Her nervous system runs the test without asking her permission. It's that deep. The part of the brain that processes threat and emotional risk is more reactive in women when they evaluate a potential partner, which means on a neurological level, she is built to detect emotional instability in the men she's considering. She doesn't choose to look for it. Her brain is already doing it. So basically, she introduces a negative feeling and watches what happens. And it shows up in 4 specific forms. 4 moments most men walk into completely blind. And today, we're going through all of them. What they are, why she does them, and what a man who passes each one actually looks like. Let's get into it. Test 1. She makes you feel insecure. You're talking about something you care about, your business, a goal, something you're working on, and she hits you with it. Casual, almost like she's just asking, "Oh, really? People actually make money doing that. Isn't that a bit risky? Interesting. I didn't think that was your thing." Nothing aggressive, almost friendly, but something in you shifts, and now you feel this pull to explain yourself, to justify it, to make it sound more reasonable, to shrink it a little so she approves. Wait, did I oversell it? Maybe I should clarify. Let me walk it back. And just like that, without starting a single argument, she made you smaller. Now, here's what's actually happening. The idea is simple. You can't tell if someone's confidence is real just by watching them when everything is fine. Real confidence only shows up when someone pushes back. So, the brain, her brain, instinctively applies identity friction, a small comment aimed at something you care about, just to see what you do with it. Simple version. Imagine 2 guys who both say they're good at something. The moment someone questions it, Guy A starts explaining and justifying. Guy B just shrugs, and moves on? Which one actually believes in himself? That's exactly what she's reading. What you did after she questioned it. The second you start explaining yourself to make her comfortable, you already answered her question. So, how do you pass it? One line. No defense, no explanation, no convincing her. Yeah, not for everyone. I know what I like. That's kind of the point. And you move on, just unbothered, like a man who already settled that question in his own head a long time ago and doesn't need to reopen it for anyone. If you're still watching this, it means you're not like most men. You're trying to understand things most people never even think about. So make sure you subscribe, because this channel is about psychology, relationships, self-respect, and becoming a man who is calm, aware, and respected. Also, if you really want to go deep into understanding female psychology, attraction, respect, and relationship dynamics, I wrote an ebook called Female Nature 101. This knowledge took me years, a lot of mistakes, and a lot of heartbreaks to learn. Everything about dating, attraction, psychology, and keeping a beautiful woman is in that one ebook. And right now it's available for a very low price, around 70% off, and the link is in the bio and description. If you really want to understand women instead of guessing, go check it out. Now let's continue. Next one is the most exhausting because this time she doesn't make you anxious or insecure. She pulls you straight into chaos. She makes you feel emotional chaos. Everything was fine. You didn't do anything wrong. And somehow there's a problem. She's distant, short with you. Something is clearly off. You ask what's wrong. She says nothing. But it's obviously not nothing. So now you're stuck. Do you push? Do you leave it? Do you apologize for something you don't even understand? And the worst part is, you can feel yourself getting pulled into it. The tension is sitting there between you and it's making you uncomfortable enough that you just want to fix it, even if you don't know what you're fixing. So, you start, I'm sorry if I said something. I didn't mean to upset you. What did I do? And just like that, she got you. Test 3. Guilt. She makes you feel guilt. You didn't do anything wrong. You know you didn't. But somehow you're sitting there feeling like a bad person. Test 4. Confusion. She makes you feel confusion. She's warm. Like really warm. Laughing at everything you say. Touching your arm. Giving you that look. You're thinking, okay, this is real. She's into me. Then 10 minutes later, nothing. Cold, short answers. Looking at her phone, it's like you're talking to a completely different person. So, you try to bring the energy back. After everything we just went through, the insecurity, the chaos, the guilt, the confusion, what's the one thing all 4 tests have in common? She never asked you a single question. She just created a feeling and watched what you did with it. Because what you do with a bad feeling tells her more about you than anything you could ever say. And here's the part that changes everything. The man who passes all 4 of these tests isn't special. He's not cold, he's not playing games, and he's not running some strategy in his head. He just has one thing locked in. He knows who he is when things get uncomfortable. That's it. That's the whole secret. Because when you know who you are, her wave doesn't move your boat. Her silence doesn't shake your lamp. Her guilt doesn't make you apologize for things you didn't do. You just stay you. This was the Unspoken Path. Take care.